Hey guys, welcome back to Pixel Rich Games. In this episode of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, we're gonna break down the Hinox fight in Unnatural Disaster with the goal of making very hard mode feel super easy. Like I said in my Master Kohga vs Talus video, I want to encourage you guys to play more of hard mode. I know this may be a little bit too challenging for some, and that's exactly what this video is for. Believe me, once you have these easy to do strats down, you'll be able to enjoy the game more as enemies won't insta-die, giving us enough time to do some pretty cool stuff. Let me just go through some minor disclaimers before proceeding. This clip was done in very hard mode, and this means that the stuff that you will see here will also work on easier difficulty settings, but were not designed for them and would probably be overkill. Next we go to the weapon I'm using. I'm currently running a Demon Carver with 74 base attack damage. It's pretty easy to get this weapon base, so don't use too much resources upgrading any less. This isn't a normal drop though. This comes from an octo-polished weapon. Based from the data that I collect during my live streams, when running Master Kohga, there's approximately 30% probability that a rusty weapon drops. Then there's about 70 to 75% chance that we get 74 base damage after octo-polishing those. Take note that all the drops that I octo-polished for these numbers came from Unnatural Disaster. Another thing to note is that difficulty settings don't actually affect drop rates, so if you prefer, you can get this on lower difficulty settings. Next, let's talk about my attack speed. As you can see, my attack speed is nothing to write home about. I'm sitting at only 22% attack speed increase. In Master Kohga's case, more attack speed is absolutely better. I know some would argue that it's better to match a strong attack damage seal to get the damage bonus from seal matching. But I will say it again, for Master Kohga, attack speed is king. Now, let's talk about the actual strategy that we can use against the Hinox. More often than not, a Hinox would start a fight by charging at us and attempting to sit on us. When playing around, I usually just wait for it and dodge so that I can do a flurry rush. In Master Kohga's case, this isn't the best route to take simply because we're not able to instantly delete the Hinox weak point meter with a flurry rush. When the Hinox does this, there are two routes we can take. If we do have our laser charged up from the Talus fight, which is ideal. Bit of a segue. Once the Talus dies, we can immediately do our YYYXXX combo to charge up our stress meter. Just keep in mind that if we take too long to do this, instead of the Hinox spawning at its usual spot, it would actually spawn right beside us. So back to the Hinox running at our direction. Don't immediately fire the laser. If you do, what will happen is the laser will keep on knocking the Hinox back and will not be able to take out its full weak point meter for a free weak point attack, as I would like to call it. Just create some distance and let him jump and sit on the ground. Once in this position though, we can close the gap and fire the laser point blank. This will make it stand up and sit back down and wipe out its full weak point meter. On the other hand, if we don't have our stress meter charged, we can simply do our YYYXXX combo to get a similar outcome, a free weak point attack. If the Hinox doesn't run towards us, it would probably throw a mailbox our way that we can counter with magnesis that stuns him. Again, giving us the time that we need to do the YYYXXX combo for a free weak point attack. After getting blown away by our weak point attack, the Hinox will stand back up, but still stunned for a few seconds. If we immediately start doing our YYYXXX combo, the stagger effect from it will fire while the Hinox is still stunned. This means that this will not expose its weak point meter, but we still get to charge our stress meter. If you choose to take this route, be ready to dodge, because this Cyclops will try to smack you before you're able to finish the combo. He would usually do the 3 crushing slaps to the ground and will use his attack that turns him blue, waiting to get punishd by our awesome remote bomb. If we fire our remote bomb right in front of it while it's blue, we can actually 100 to 0 its weak point meter for another free weak point smash. Another option that we usually take, which I stumbled upon by mistake, is while it's stunned after a weak point attack, we can sneak in a YYX for the memes, then dodge cancel out, and start doing our YYYXXX combo. This basically lets us hit the Hinox with our staggering attack again, and sets us up for another big laser attack, resulting to another free weak point attack. Easy peasy. After just a run or two in Unnatural Disaster in very hard mode, I'm positive that you will have these strats down and can just play and have fun with our good old Hinox friend. Now let me show you a sample sequence of the whole Hinox fight. Click here to watch and learn how I break down and lock a Malice Guardian in its place in very hard mode with Master Kohga. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified for more Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity content. Stay tuned for my next vid, stay healthy, keep safe, and God bless us all.